Welcome to Starmont Trails Farm. My name is Kat. Today we are moving goats as part of our rotational grazing practice. So come along and see how we do this.
How you're supposed to know if you're recording yourself or not when you're on this like backwards selfie mode situation. Oh man, don't quite fit. There we go. Okay. It does have a face tracking thing that I actually haven't figured out. Figured out how to work that from one way, and then I didn't figure out how to work it another way, and that's probably way too loud. So this is funny. Chad's bringing the mower, and he was going to try to mow. We just replaced the drive belts that broke again. Apparently I forgot to reconnect the clutch wire assembly thingy-majigger. And it's like, I forgot to do that because I remember I was trying to do it. I couldn't manipulate it from the angle I was at, so I stood up, and then he was like, alright, I need wire cutters to do the zip tie thing, and I was like, oh, I'll go do that, and whoop. So I remember that I didn't remember to do it very clearly. Chad's mowing on his way here, and I am carting our supply cart, which in theory probably could be towed by the lawnmower, but throw that in your steps in somehow. And I just realized he didn't close the gate behind us, which means we're going to get mugged by horses if we don't. I'll point it out to him. It's much faster for him to go over there on the mower than it is for me to walk back. This field smells like something, and I can't quite put my finger on it. Green beans? It smells like green beans. I don't know why. The horses were moved off of here. Today's Monday. I moved them, I think, Saturday. Pretty sure it was Saturday. So they were in here for a week. You can see we try to move them off before they completely destroy whatever section of grass is their favorite. I just realized how close I got. I ended up being the one to walk back up here because he's dropping the grass level. We want it really, really low. Not like your grass won't make it low, but as low as safe for the grass so that it won't grow up into the bottom wire of the electric fence before we're ready to move them. So it starts doing that, and then it's a whole me walking around with a machete all the time trying to clear down the bottom layer of fencing. I don't like doing that, so once he makes a circuit with that, then we'll follow around with the posts. So I was supposed to get this done this morning, but what happened was we decided to go out on the boat the last minute yesterday, and I was like, the barter was that I was going to, this morning, mow and have the fence up and ready for the move when he got home from work, but then the drive belt didn't get put on last night's first job, so we did that. He walked by on his lunch break to help me with that. I had it all off and ready to put back on, but the putting back on and pulling the tension at the same time is tricky because we don't have W arms and we only have so many joints to reach around. So yeah, so here we are. So the horses did just come off of this field, and Chad does need to bush hog the rest of it. But you can see they've been eating the heads off of, this is missing the seed head. So amaranth is a grain technically, and they like the grain part of it. I don't know why, but they do. Cocklebur that's getting a couple feet tall. But yeah, they've come through and munch the grain heads off of a good bit of this amaranth, which surprises me a little. But all of this needs to be mowed down so that the grass can kind of thrive a little bit more. This is way too bushy.
You just did a countdown before you started the camera?
Yeah, countdown to start. That's the countdown to start, yeah.
Okay, anyway. I think normally you start filming and then you give a countdown to like...
Oh, wait, here
I'll
we go.
cut. Okay. Anyway, this little cart, I would say it might be more ideal if it wasn't so tipsy. But here's what we're doing. We're moving goats, so we're going to prep step-in posts. Which I actually don't... This is probably where the shelter is going to be, so we're going to go more that way. But you step these in, and then when I'm alone, sometimes I will hang one of these reels off the back end like this and get it where it will clear, and I can actually hook this to my starting location, and then as I'm going around it sort of unspools it for me, and all I have to do is clip it in. It sort of works, it sort of doesn't. It does get caught a lot of the times on the spikes. So, but anyway, we'll pull this all the way around the perimeter of the new section. We'll get the posts out, and then we'll get 2 strands of wire on right now. And I like to do where I can step over it. And that works for our goats. I'm not saying it works for everybody's goats, but this is just, I love this cart. I'm just going to say it that way. I wish it wasn't so... What is it? It's front heavy or back heavy?
It's a little front heavy. I wish it was a little
It doesn't...
wider.
It wants to kind of do that. Wider would be kind of nice. And then the other thing would be, at some point, I would like to figure out how to get these posts from... Like, if this could somehow be here, so that the stake part had a place to go, and I still had where I could put my spools on the back, that would be lovely. And then it has no brakes. So sometimes going up and down hills, which we do every fence, there's no flat place on our property that, yeah, it'll try to just take off on you. And that is not fun, especially when it's full of spiky things. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get this fence up. Okay, I'm going to film you. You go B.
You go B?
You go B. Oh, it just freaked out. It was like, there's no subject.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I want the cart, well, I say cart, the wagon here, because this is the flattest spot we've got. So it's the easiest one to get in here and get somewhat level.
And I do like that this spot gets shade most of the day.
So
but it's not directly under a tree.
Keep it as in as much shade as possible for the goats. Well, it keeps them happy. Even though they're only going to spend time in that shelter if it's raining. Most of the time they're going to be up in the trees, but I want it to at least be cool. That, and it keeps their water cool too. So
okay,
I want it here, and then we'll fence around the outside of it.
Let me give a different perspective here so you can see how it's like wide and flat.
Yeah. You want enough room to get around it too without having to like be on uneven terrain.
So you chose this spot for them to go because
it's the only flat spot over here that we're putting them on this hill.
I meant the whole reason we're moving them to the area that we're moving
this
to.
spot. I can only get so close to some of these trees with the bush hog, and I can't get inside the big copse of sassafras. But the goats can, so they can go up in there and eat all that down and clear it out like they did in that last patch. Like right now you can't hardly see through most of these. By the time they're done, you'll see daylight through all of them. They'll eat it all up.
This hill is really tricky to mow because it's
steep.
A perimeter property hill, and there's a fence line on it, and it's tricky. And then there's also a runoff ditch with really big rocks behind here that makes it hard to mow. So there's only so many safe mowing paths.
Ways you can go,
So the goats mow for us.
They don't mind.
And they love this stuff.
Ditches, rocks, they love it. They'll be on top of them talking to us. They don't care.
Okay. Anything else you can think of about why here?
It's the only safe spot I can bring the tractor and the trailer and park it. I can't take it up behind because it's a little steep.
So yeah. for where the shelter part of this aspect is going. But.
I mean, in theory, there is a spot on the top of the hill that I could put the trailer, but getting it back down is kind of sketch. So I could get it up the steep hill up the backside and park at the very top corner.
Well, as the person that feeds them, I'd say probably 85% of the time, that's my job.
Well, yeah.
I also appreciate not having to walk up the back hill to feed them.
The goats love it.
We've done that once before, and it was not fun.
Yeah, the goats love it, but they'll come down here when they hear the grain or they see us over in the feed room. They'll be here.
Oh yeah,
they know.
So it's convenience of flat ground, access for the trailer, and convenience for me as well in terms of it's closer to the barn here, and I don't have to walk up another hill.
You know, it's not just about your animals. Like you want to make it. You don't want to break yourself trying to take care of your animals either. You know, give and take.
No,
they can walk a little bit further to come. You know. Get their feed.
Absolutely. The more efficient we can be in taking care of them, the more we can take care of.
Because once we start throwing other animals into the mix in the fall, we want to have the time.
Yep.
Or as the herd gets bigger.
Today, this particular move, it made more sense to go ahead and have Chad bring the panel over. We weren't that far off from the old location while I was getting the animals, and we got them all set up in there, and then we went to get the trailer together. Okay, you're watching here. I had to back up a little bit because the cadence that got zapped really good, and a couple videos ago I caught it. She got zapped and fell through the fence when she fainted, and I had to pick her up, put her back in. So she's being extra, like, are you sure it's safe to come through this? It was really cute. She finally came through, and then Joe goes the same way. He got it on the nose once, and so he doesn't like to be closer than probably a good 3 or 4 feet off of that fence. So it's a little bit of a challenge sometimes when I'm trying to move it while he's on a leash and having to stay near me. But finally got it all sorted. I let him loose, and he went to stake out the new digs. And he'll find a nice shady high spot to watch everybody from. Went over to get the other fence taken down. It actually reeled up pretty quickly while Chad was going to get the tractor. We've already gotten the water at this point. We're just kind of headed back to set up for the goats, get the gate for them. It's a good thing and a bad thing, but all of the animals learn to recognize equipment sounds and patterns and know when dinner's coming, when they're moving. They get really excited. It's almost annoying how smart they are sometimes. You can't pull one over on them.
This, folks. This when Jogo makes a dash for it if we're not careful. I don't know how to do this.
They know.
They do know.
Grain bucket back there.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna get the grain bucket and the feeders and.
Grab the bucket. Turn the fence off.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna see what happens here. Also, my camera might die, so we're just gonna deal with that. If that happens, it's done. Fool me once, fool me twice. Whoop. Let's go! Woo! Woo! Go girls! No idea what's on frame here. Nothing. Nothing is in frame there. New setup. Yeah. You girls want yours? See, they've got some up here already. And then I have Jogo's food too. I'm not turning the fence back on yet because he's gonna have to drive over it to get out, like further down the line. That's just how we do. It's not the end of the world. I will pull one of the posts up out of the way, smush the wires to the ground, and then he'll just drive right over it. You want to give Jogo his?
Yeah.
Right behind you. Right behind you. Look up. Well, you, ma'am. Y'all being rude. I just gave you all this fun stuff and you being rude to me? You back up. They're like toddlers. Girls, this is really tough. Don't act like you didn't eat. Back up. Okay, we're gonna do the over the fence trick. That is when I take them to the other side of the fence so they can't get me. If I'm not filming, I have a better ability to sort of train them, but their manners tend to go away when any new thing happens. So that could be company or just like the fact that we've moved them. That could be like overstimulating and causing all of this. Just different things like that happen. Okay, so now Chad's ready to go. Pause. Ooh, I forgot he had to level it. There we go. It's pretty good. Well, you don't want it too level, right? Because we all know what goes downhill, right? And if they do it on the deck and it's not got a downhill, then it just stays there. I'm gonna pull this perfectly placed post off. And then I just lay it down for him like so. And make sure he doesn't pick it up with a tire, which is never a big deal unless it's like really muddy spot usually. And then I put it back. Like so. Ta-da! So that's it. The goats are in their new location. And that is the full story. Put the fence back on. They're good. You already turned the water off?
Yeah, I turned it off. Yeah,
yeah, they don't drink a lot, so I just put a little bit out for them at a time, and I check it every day when I'm feeding. That's that. Okay, I think we're done.